Good day everyone! Today, we are going to discuss about angles formed by secants and tangents. Let's have the first one, 2 secants exterior theorem. Ang ibig sabihin nito, meron tayong dalawang secant na nag-intersect outside the circle. If 2 secants intersect in the exterior of a circle, then the measure of the angle formed is 1/2 the positive difference of the measure of the intercepted arcs. So, bago natin kunin ang measure ng angle formed by 2 secants intersecting outside the circle, let's have first an illustration. So, I have here 2 secants, line DB and line CD. And they intersect outside the circle at point B. So, nasaan ang na-form na angle? The angle formed is this angle and it is named as angle DBC. You can also use angle EBF kasi same lang naman yung angle na tinutukoy doon. And let us determine the intercepted arcs. The intercepted arcs are arc EF, so ito yung maliit na arc dito sa part na to, and arc DC. Now, according to the theorem, to find the measure of the angle formed, we're going to get 1/2 of the positive difference of the measure of the intercepted arcs. Let's have an example. If the measure of arc EF is 15 degrees and the measure of arc DC is equals to 60 degrees, find the measure of angle DBC. So, lagyan muna natin ng mga values. This arc or arc EF measures 15 degrees and arc DC is 60 degrees. So, we are going to find the measure of this angle. Now, substitute lang natin sa formula. Arc DC is 60 degrees and the measure of arc EF is 15 degrees. So, i-minus lang natin 60 minus 15. So, we have 45 degrees. Then, get the half of 45 which is equal to 22.5 degrees. And this is now the measure of the angle formed which is angle DBC. Next is secant and tangent on circle theorem. So, ang ibig sabihin naman yan, isang secant at isang tangent na nag-intersect on the circle. So, if a secant and a tangent intersect at the point of tangency, then the measure of each angle formed is 1/2 the measure of its intercepted arc. So, let's have an illustration first. I have here a secant that intersect the circle at point A and point E, and then a tangent which intersect the circle at point A. So, let us determine the angle formed by secant and tangent. We have this angle formed which is named as angle EAC. And its intercepted arc is, so, maglagay muna tayo ng isang point dito, which is B. Bakit? Kasi baka magamit natin yung kabilang side kasi kung endpoints lang ang ating gagamitin. So, maglagay tayo ng isa para ma-differentiate natin yung dalawang arcs. So, which means the intercepted arc of this angle is arc EBA. We also have another angle, which is yung kabilang side. Pero this time, ang gagamitin lang muna natin ay itong part na to. Now, according to the theorem, to get the measure of the angle formed, we're going to get the half of the measure of its intercepted arc. So, kung ano yung measure ng intercepted arc niya, kalahati lang nun, yun ang measure ng angle. So, let's have some example. If this arc or if the measure of arc EBA measures 210 degrees, then the measure of angle EAC is equals to 1/2 of 210 which is equals to 105 degrees. And that's it. Number 3, two tangents exterior theorem. So, ito naman, dalawang tangent na nag-intersect outside the circle. If two tangents intersect in the exterior of a circle, then the measure of the angle formed is 1/2 the positive differences of the measures of the intercepted arcs. Let's have first an illustration. So, I have here two tangents. Yung isang tangent ay na-intersect ang circle at point A. The other one intersect the circle at point B. At ang point of intersection nila outside the circle is point D. So, magdagdag lang tayo ng another point on the circle which is point D. Now, let us identify the angle formed. The angle formed is this angle. And it is named as angle EBA. Pwede rin naman angle ABE. And its intercepted arcs are, so meron tayong dalawang intercepted arcs dito. We have arc EDA, EDA, so ito yung major arc, and the other arc is arc EA. Now, to get the measure of the angle formed, kukunin natin yung 1/2 ng positive difference ng mga measures ng intercepted arc. And this is the formula. So, to get the measure of angle EBA, get the half of the difference between arc EDA and arc EA. So, let's have an example. Suppose arc EA measures 70 degrees. So, kahit hindi ibigay ang natitirang measure ng arc, pwede naman natin siyang masolve. Kasi diba ang isang circle ay 360. So, kung meron na akong 70 dito, so 360 minus 70, we will have 290 degrees. So, kung hindi given yan sa inyong mga sasagutan, pwede naman nating i-compute kasi isang buong circle ang pinag-uusapan natin sa part na to. So, let's have solve for the measure of the angle. Substitute lang natin yung mga given. Yung measure ng arc EDA is 290 degrees. Measure ng arc EA is 70 degrees. So, i-minus lang natin. 290 minus 70 is 220. Then, get the half, which is equal to 110 degrees. And this is the measure of the angle formed by two tangents. Number 4, secant and tangent exterior theorem. So, ito naman ay isang secant at isang tangent na nag-intersect outside the circle. If a secant and a tangent intersect in the exterior of a circle, then the measure of the angle formed is 1/2 the positive differences of the measure of the intercepted arcs. So, let's have an illustration first. So, meron tayo ditong tangent, line AB, and secant, line DE, or line DB. So, kahit alin sa mga letters na yan. And, nag-intersect sila at point B, which is outside the circle. So, the angle formed in this figure is this angle, which is named as angle EDA, or you can also use point D to name the angle. So, pwede siyang DBA. So, for now, ang gagamitin natin is angle EDA. And its intercepted arc, so meron siyang dalawa. We have arc DA, this one, and arc EA. Ito naman. So, to find the measure of the angle formed, gagawin natin, kukunin lang natin ang kalahati or get the half of the positive differences of the measures of the intercepted arc. So, i-minus lang natin yung measure ng kanilang intercepted arc. Siyempre, unahin natin yung mas malaki ang measure. So, let's have an example. Let's say arc EA is 70 degrees and arc DA is 200 degrees. So, substitute lang natin sa formula. So, si arc DA is 200, EA is 70, and then subtract lang natin. 200 minus 70 is 130. Then, get the half of 130. We will have 65 degrees. So, which means the measure of angle formed, which is angle EBA, is 65 degrees. And lastly, we have 2 seconds interior theorem. So ito naman, dalawang seconds na nag-intersect inside the circle. If 2 seconds intersect in the interior of a circle, then the measure of an angle formed is 1/2 the sum of the measure of the arcs intercepted by the angle and its vertical angle. So let's have an illustration first. So meron tayo dito, first line natin ay secant, which intersect the circle at point A and point B, and another secant which intersect the circle at point E and point D. And they intersect inside the circle at point C. So, alamin natin yung mga angle na na-form at ang kanilang mga intercepted arcs. So, unahin natin. So, itong first angle natin, we have DCB and its intercepted arc is arc DB. Another angle formed is this one and name is as angle DCA and its intercepted arc is arc DA. Another angle is angle ACE and its intercepted arc is arc AE. And another angle formed is angle BCE and its intercepted arc is arc BE. So, meron din tayong tinatawag yan na vertical angles. So, alin-alin dyan ang mga vertical angles. So, itong dalawang angles na to ay vertical angles. So, angle DCA and angle DCE are vertical angles. Nasaan pa yung another pair ng vertical angles? Very good. So, ito naman yung another pair of vertical angles. And take note that vertical angles are congruent. Now, let's have some example para magamit natin yung theorem. So, if the measure of arc BE is 70 degrees and measure of arc DA is 80 degrees, find the measure of angle DCA. So, ito ang hinahanap natin. Now, according to the theorem, to find the measure of the angle formed, this is equal to 1/2 the sum of the measure of the arcs intercepted by the angle and its vertical angle. So, alamin natin, nasaan ba yung mga angles. So, measure of angle DCA. Angle DA is 80 degrees. And its vertical angles, ito sa kabila. So, ito ang kukunin natin na arc. This is equals to 70. Just add. So, 80 plus 70 is 150. Then, divided by 2 or get the half of 150. And this is equal to 75 degrees. So, therefore, this angle DCA is 75 degrees and also yung vertical angle niya which is angle DCE is also 75 degrees. And that's it. Thank you for listening.